Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and to our next pentatonic reaction. Alright, so it's been a little while since my last pentatonics reaction, and to be honest with you guys, the main reason for that there's kind of been a bit of a break, even though I really love them and love reacting to their stuff, is that I've been having a ton of issues with their videos with copyright, and I don't just mean getting copyright claimed. Oh, sorry if you see the camera shaking. There is a cat scratching my desk. But yeah, I don't have any sort of issue with if bands or their record label or whoever claim the monetary advertisement reward for any of my reaction videos to their pieces. It is their music, so fair game. But unfortunately, with most of my pentatonics reactions for the past few months, every one of them isn't just getting copyright claimed, but actively straight up blocked. And I go through a dispute process, and most of the time, for a while, the disputes were all getting resolved and the videos were getting unblocked. But recently, a couple videos, actually, the disputes were rejected, and I've had to kind of keep going through this process of like re-editing, re-uploading, and it was getting kind of difficult. So what I'm gonna say here is that I'm gonna keep doing pentatonics reactions because I love them and I know you guys like seeing them, and I don't want to just give up on it even though there's copyright issues. But sometimes it may take a little longer for videos to become visible because we have to go through dispute processes, and I might have to obscure the actual image of the video often, like I've done with some of my like TV shows and movies in the past, just to kind of find a way to get it posted. So I do apologize for that, but hopefully you guys won't mind as long as you get a chance to actually see the reaction, and I'll do my best to get things up and posted to you. Alright, so with all of that out of the way, today I'm going to be listening to and also watching the video for their cover of Mad World. So this is one that I've been excited to listen to for quite some time. Yeah, so I'm pretty curious to see what they do with it. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic, but this is a song that I really enjoy, so really just looking forward to seeing what they bring to the table with their own unique spin on it. So, alright, let's get into it. Pentatonics, Mad World, here we go.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races.
It's so right, it's so right.
Going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling
she looks so
up
gorgeous.
their glasses. No expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world.
Loving the visuals in the background.
Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And to feel the way that every child should sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had.
Oh, that little facial expression.
Tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad
Ah, they're so good. Everything they do is so good. I actually think that this may be my favorite performance and interpretation of the song that I've heard yet. I'm not gonna lie. So this is a song that I thoroughly enjoy. You know, I think we hear it in a lot of different places and contexts. It's been used quite frequently in, say, films and TV shows. And it always sets a very particular tone. I have to say, I did feel like that this one going in, you know, sometimes with some of their songs, I'm not really sure what it's going to sound like because they're a cappella, and some songs like rely very heavily on the music as supporting pieces, and they have to come up with a lot of different ways to creatively recreate those sounds. I do think it's interesting because going into this one, I felt like, because it's a very like simple song in terms of the music itself, that they would pretty clearly and well easily, I guess not easily, but easier than with some of the other songs they've covered, be able to translate that into an a cappella version. But to me, this went beyond that. To me, it went to in such a way that it felt like, listening to it, that the song was better, or almost felt like it should have been designed to be like this, to have the voices in the background, to have it be an a cappella performance with voices coming in and supporting each other, multiple voices like this in harmony supporting each other. I actually felt like it felt more appropriate and it sounded better with the lyrics of the song than the actual music, if that makes sense, which is definitely unique, not something that you really find often. I also just really liked the way that they performed it and interpreted it. You know, they always do a good job of making sure that everybody gets a bit of a spotlight. But I actually wasn't expecting, when they had kind of the crescendo and bringing together of voices near the end, and then suddenly they cut back to having more of a quiet, individualized, one by one wrap up of the song, and there were just, you know, moments where they took it in different directions that I didn't expect, but that felt like that's how it should have been all along. Again, saying that this just felt like the best possible version of the song to me. Visually, as always, they did a fantastic job switching between the further away visuals, where it seemed like when they were having somebody be a little bit further back, they'd have a kind of movement in the background of some other video of whoever it was that was singing kind of walking, presumably in a circle, since they're talking about in circles, and sometimes they'd be going forward and sometimes back. But it was blurred in such a way that you'd have to look to make out that it was actually them moving around. It just gave the impression of movement and I guess kind of madness, uncertainty. and gave a little slight bit of color also to go in with all the black, including the black they were wearing. So I thought that was very, very cool and well done. And then you contrast that with the super close-ups of their faces, particularly during the slowest parts. And I think they just did a really good job, even like with the facial expressions when they were saying certain lines. It just was really impactful, just beautifully done. Another wonderful performance by them. Like I said, I really love this. This is a song that I already really liked, and I genuinely feel that this is the best version of it that I've heard, which is saying a lot. So, all right, my voice is really kind of going on me tonight, as you guys can probably tell, so I think I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Keep the recommendations coming as always. Hopefully I can get this up there without too much difficulty, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.